All right. So congratulations, you have created your first feed with UpAutomate. Now I'm gonna break down this tutorial into two parts. So first, in this part, I'll make it really short. I'll just cover what everything means, and then in the next one, I'll try to go into a bit more detail so that so that things are simplified. All right. So the whole feed is split into, you can say, two sections. This is the part where you see all the jobs, and this is the feed part, and these are all the filters, or the column where you can select different kind of filters, and it's distributed into three sections. So let me just collapse this first. So, and you can see the client filters part, the standard filters part, and the validation filters part. All right. So I'll first cover this section briefly, and then cover this section, and then yeah, then I'll cover it in a bit more detail in the other video. All right. So the standard filters. I don't think I need to even show you what this does, because you will probably recognize all these filters from Upwork. So if I click on any of these things, I'll see the jobs from entry level, intermediate, expert. So this works in the same way you get filters on Upwork. These are all the standard filters. All right. But one thing that you get here is that you can deselect a country. So if you do not want to see a particular country's jobs, you can just say, let's say you don't want to see jobs from Canada. You can uncheck that. By the way, you do want to see jobs from Canada, they're good jobs. Okay, so you can select them back again now. So this is not an easy option in Upwork. So we have this client location, so where you can deselect easily. Again, all the standard filters, I don't need to go over them, I'll just decollapse them. Then we have the client filters, and this is something that I think Upwork should have added a long time ago, but it didn't. So I've added it now for you guys. So you can select any number, and it will filter out by that number. So let's say you want jobs, clients to see clients which have a higher rate. Let's say 80% at least. Come on guys, 80% is the necessary higher rate, right? You need to say jobs, apply to jobs that have a reasonable chance of them hiring you. So 80%. And you see, I had initially 300 jobs, and it was reduced to 141. So I can further refine this. I say I want clients that have good, pockets. So at least they're willing to spend $1,000 on me, right? So I can say $1,000 minimum. Oh, no, not here. I'm not minimum total spend, but minimum average hire rate. So this is a very interesting number. It tells me, what's the minimum amount of money that the client is willing to spend per hire. So it's a very interesting number. Minimum average hourly rate, on average how much the client pay. I don't want to work with clients that, let's say, pay less than $10 or $12, $13 per hour. I want to work with clients that work, let's say, have an average of like $40 an hour or something. So I can add that as well here. And then we have these advanced options. So for example, if the client is new on Upwork, he just has 2 or 3 clients, he just has hired 2 or 3 people. And so I can ignore those people, like by saying ignore clients that have less than 3 hires. So this is a way. You can also see this tooltip, and it will further explain what this threshold does. But basically, it ignores clients that are relatively new on Upwork, so that you do not apply some harsh filters on them. So that is it. What this does. Now I think I've covered let me reset this, and I can just even reload this as well. This will refresh this as well. Okay. And so these were like the client filters, very interesting. But this is not the main strength of UpAutomate. The main strength of UpAutomate feed is this section, validation filters. So we have assigned different weightage scores to the client filters and client attributes, the number of hires, hire rate, and so on, and the job attributes, the skill tags, the descriptions, the hourly rates, and so on. So we can now leverage this here. So first of all, just let's move to this operator to and then let me show you how you can briefly filter the jobs by score. So you see this job have a score of 2, minus 4. These are very low quality jobs. I want to get rid of them. So I'm gonna enable total score of, and I'm gonna push this up to, let's say, 18. So I'm saying I only need to see the jobs that have at least a total score of 18. So this shows me some great results, but there's a slight problem here. As you can see, I'm also getting jobs that have a great client. So the client quality score is 16, but the job quality score is 3. So that's why I do not use the total score most of the time. You can use that along with other ones, but you also want to include use the client quality score and the job quality score. So you want to ensure the client is great, but the job is also great. So you want to ensure both of these things. You can do that by checking here and checking here, and then bumping it up to, like, let's say 6 or whatever works for you, whatever scores you have assigned. Now I'm saying I need a job that have at least a client quality score of 6, a job quality score of 8, and a total score of 18. So this is gonna show me some very good jobs. So that is how you sort of use UpAutomate and see some high quality good jobs, all of them synced from Upwork. And yeah, so that is all. In the next video I'll go into more detail on how to use the flags and how these two works and how to diagnose things. So make sure to watch that. Bye.